All right, if you're running Google Ads or PPC for your law firm, you need to be super selective with what keywords you target if you actually want it to be a profitable campaign. In this video, I'm going to show you my exact process for selecting keywords and why I select which keywords I select, which is a very particular process. I'm going to explain to you why I do it and the way I do it. And I'm going to give you two examples of doing this so that you can get an idea of which keywords you should be using for your law firm campaign so that they're actually likely to be profitable, to get the right kind of traffic that will actually convert into leads and paying clients for the firm. So I pulled up two examples here. The first one is family law keywords in Miami. I'm going to run through the list that Google gives us on the Google Ads keyword planner. And then I'm going to explain to you my thought process behind the keywords I would select here to actually include in my campaigns. So what I've done is I've thrown in the keyword family law to try and get as general of a list as possible, because what happens is, funny enough, these keywords are actually very well targeted. But when you start running a Google Ads campaign, even on an exact match these days, it starts matching with all kinds of keywords that have nothing to do with what you typed in. So if you go and you type in the keyword family law on your campaign, even if it's on, let's say, phrase or exact match, you're going to be matching with all kinds of rubbish that will not convert. So you need to be real careful, right? However, if we go down this list, for starters, I would not be bidding on the keyword family law. The reason being that it's just too broad and the search intent is not clear on this. Are they searching for a family lawyer, or are they searching for what is family law? Are they searching for some government website to do with family law? It could be like so many different things. It's not clear enough for me to want to put money towards this and actually go after this specifically. Now, you could test it and it might turn out profitable, but it might not. So it's up to you whether you want to waste the money. I'm assuming here that we're trying to get as clean of a result as possible right from the beginning. So I start with a very tight list and then work my way out, rather than collecting all kinds of rubbish keywords and then like eliminating them, if that makes sense. Going down this list here, I would probably pick divorce lawyers near me. I like basically any of the ones that have near me in them, because they're a pretty good indicator that someone actually wants to use a service in their area. So that's usually pretty high converting. Divorce lawyers, I would probably bid on, but I would keep an eye on this one because I've seen these not do very well a lot of the time. It's probably about 50-50, honestly. So I would be pretty careful about bidding on a generic one. Like, it's likely to convert, but it might not be profitable, if that makes sense. Divorce lawyer, same thing. I would test them, but I would definitely keep an eye on them. See how it goes. Family lawyers near me. Yup. Family law attorney, again, probably, but I would be testing it. Divorce attorney, probably. Custody lawyers near me is fine. Child custody lawyer, again, a testing, but keep an eye on it. Family law attorney near me. Now, another ones that it's not going to include here would be location. So like family lawyer Miami, or family attorney Miami, or divorce attorney Miami, or the particular neighborhood you want to target. I would be including those as well, because people do search them. You'll see them come up in the search terms as well, so you can add them because they will be good. The point I want to make here is you want to go down the list and you'll start seeing some that don't work. So for example, prenuptial agreement. The search intent on this one is not that clear. And funny enough, if you take a look at the cost per click, you can see that it's significantly lower than some of these other ones. The high end is $18 versus $45 and $60 for the other ones, which is child custody lawyers near me and child support lawyers near me, because these ones are obviously converting a lot better, so people are willing to pay more. And the cost per click, while not a guaranteed way to differentiate them, can be a good indicator on, are these keywords likely to actually convert well or not, because people tend to pay higher for the ones that convert better. So it can tell you whether it's a good one or not. So for me, the search intent on this one is not clear enough. I would, if I really wanted to run a prenuptial agreement campaign or ad group, and there was not enough volume on the lawyer attorney specific keywords, I would test this. But again, I would be keeping a very close eye on it. And more importantly, I'd be keeping a very close eye on what keywords are being pulled into the search terms report. Because what you're going to find is it's probably matching up with things like, what is a prenuptial agreement? Can a prenuptial agreement be overturned? Things like that. And so you're going to be bidding on that. And that's exactly what you don't want to be bidding on, because that's unlikely to turn into a paying client at a profitable amount of money, right? It's not going to be profitable to pay for that. And that's the key part here. With SEO, totally different story, but that's not the purpose of this video. Let's keep going down the list here. Uncontested divorce, again, the search intent here is not clear. And you can see here that the highest cost top of page bid is $10 compared to like 50 to 60 on the other ones, which tells you everything you need to know. That one is pretty clear to me. I would not run that. In fact, I would probably add that as a negative keyword if I was running a divorce lawyer, divorce attorney ad group or campaign. Keep going down the list. Divorce mediation, again, same problem. Again, CPC is pretty much giving us the answer here. It's not worth running for. This one, yeah, unless you're a $500 divorce lawyer, obviously you want to get rid of that. Let's see, let's keep going. Quick divorce, again, the search intent is not clear on that one. So basically the general rule here is that if it has near me, location, or X type of lawyer or attorney in it, you can run that. But if it doesn't specify that it's for an attorney, a lawyer, or near them, then I would not include it, or a location. Then I would not include it. So for example, quick divorce is a perfect example of that. Filing for divorce, again, wouldn't run that one. No fault divorce, that sounds like an informational keyword to me. Again, the CPCs are supporting that as well here. So I wouldn't be running for that. Amicable divorce, again, not for that. But all these other ones in between, I would be testing them for sure. Like domestic violence lawyers, adoption lawyers near me, divorce mediator near me. All these are very likely to actually convert into a paying matter, right? So at that point, it's just a question of, is it profitable to bid on it? So for example, this one, domestic violence lawyers up to $150 a click. So you got to be careful with that, depending on how much case is actually worth to you. But that's something to keep in mind. But the intent on it is pretty strong, which is why people are bidding up to $150 a click, right? So you get the idea here. I think it's pretty clear on this list. I'm going to show you another list for wills and estates in New York, right? So this one is a very interesting one because this one's actually quite messy. I'm running a campaign on this and it pulls in all kinds of random stuff. So you got to be real careful as well. And I thought this would be a good example. So for the keywords I've typed in, just estate planning and wills, because I want to give you an example of what Google's actually. So if you type in will attorney near me and put that as like a broad, or honestly, even a phrase or exact match these days, and you put that into your campaign, it's probably going to start matching up with the search terms like this, what it's displaying here, which is exactly what it was doing in the campaign I was managing, right? So you need to be real careful. And so basically everything that's showing here, aside from estate attorney near me, like I would be very hesitant to run ads for any of these. Trust and will, funny enough, has a big CPC, so this one might be an indicator that it converts. But estate planning on its own wouldn't run that. Wills definitely wouldn't run that on its own. You can see the low CPC there is probably why. Trust and will, online will, living will, last will and testament. All these are just like, the easy way to think about it is, what is this person searching for? You can't really give a direct answer for that. And that is very telling that you probably shouldn't pay for it. Because if someone types in living will, what are they looking for? Are they looking for what is a living will? Or the definition of a living will? Are they looking for how to make one? Are they looking for, is it for a lawyer that makes one? I don't know. And that's exactly the problem. You don't want to pay for that. But you do want to pay for example, estate attorney near me, which is actually likely to convert. Estate planning attorney, possibly. Estate planning attorney near me definitely will convert, or will be will be very likely to convert. Versus, let's say, durable power of attorney, which is very likely to be an informational keyword. Now, to give you another example, if you've been watching this far down the video, this is a little bit secret, so a bit of a reward for sticking here. Go to Google and type this in. Go copy the keyword, open Google, and actually type the keyword in and see what results you get. Now, you can see here, these are all info results. So we're either getting, now, okay, these are New Zealand specific results because the IP I've got on at the moment, whatever, but this is you can see here just by the meta description, a power of attorney is a document appointing someone to make decisions. It's an info keyword. Then this one, what is a durable power? As soon as you see anything of what is a informational keyword, guaranteed, because it's a description info blog post, not a service page. Court, Ministry of Justice New Zealand, you can see that it's showing that up. So again, it's not showing anyone. So far here, if we take a look at this, we have not a single law firm being displayed on page one, which is telling you that you probably shouldn't be bidding on this keyword, because it's clearly Google has identified that people are not searching for law firms offering endurable powers of attorney. Now, to make this video more relevant, I'm going to switch my IP to New York now, and I'm going to show you exactly what it would display in New York as well. So I've just switched my IP to New York. I'm on google.com now. I'm going to put in durable power of attorney. You can see the results are all going to be New York based. Let's see what it throws out. So we do have someone offering an ad for a free durable power of attorney, which is interesting. However, this looks to be like a productized legal service, if that makes sense, not a law firm offering the service. Law Depot as well, again, free. So they've got obviously some kind of offer on the back end of this or trying to drive traffic or whatever. They're not actually, trying to make money on this. And then you can see there's an AI overview of what it is. Then you can see what is a durable power of attorney. Then again, FAQs about them. Power of attorney in New York. We can open that one, but this looks like a description post as well, or info post. Again, another one looks like an info post. You can see here that there's very few actual listings for a lawyer offering a durable power of attorney. You can see here as well. Yeah, again, this is an info post, right? And so I wouldn't be running ads for this because the likelihood that they're going to convert into a paying matter right off the ad to make it profitable to run the ad is what the key factor is here, is very unlikely. So that indicates that. Whereas, for example, to give you an example on the opposite end of the spectrum, let's go estate planning attorney near me. Let me pull up the exact ones in New York. Let's see what happens. So you can see here we got lawyers. You can see it's a local result with law firms. And this is the kind of thing you typically want to bid on because they're actually looking for a law firm to help them with that particular case. Look at this. Every single thing here is a law firm. And so that is the kind of thing you would want to be bidding on because that's a much higher intent, like commercial-based intent, someone actually looking to hire a law firm, as Google clearly realizes because that's what they're showing you. So that's a key thing to remember. So that's the cheat there. If you ever want to double check it, just search on Google and see, are law firms showing up for that keyword or are info blogs showing up? If it's info blogs, you probably don't want to run that as an ad. Now, again, you can go down the list. Ironically, on this one, it's the opposite of the family law one. Basically, all of these I wouldn't be running ads for. Trust lawyer near me, trust attorney near me, yes. Type of trust like this, probably not. Or I would be testing it with a low cost per click limit of some kind and just see if it's going to be profitable and what the conversion rate is going to be. But odds are it probably won't, especially these days with the CPCs getting very high. Wills and trusts online could go either way. Maybe it's worth testing it, but maybe not at the beginning. Depends on your budget. If you got a large budget, you can start playing around. If you don't have a large budget, then you want to keep it as tight as possible. And again, basically focus on the ones that are like attorney, X type of attorney near me, X type of lawyer, things like that. Trust me, I've run dozens of ad accounts by this point for law firms. You just want to focus on those particular keywords. There are odd instances where these unclear keywords actually perform, but in most cases, you want these high intent X type of lawyer near me type keywords because they're the ones that typically convert the highest by a long shot and will make the account much more profitable at the beginning, and then later on you can play around with it. So like I said, general rule for all this, X type of lawyer, X type of attorney near me, those are the kind of keywords you want to focus on. Anything that you would sit here and you look at this and go, I'm not 100% sure what they're searching for, is exactly the type of thing you don't want to be spending money on if you want this to be a profitable campaign, typically speaking. So that's it for this video. If you want my help to run your Google ads or get you leads and paying matters and paying clients for your law firm on a pure performance basis, go to dominatemarketing.io. You can book a call with me there. We'll have a chat, see if I can help you. And if I can help you, then we'll come to a deal. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Catch you on the next one.